You're wanting to buy a home and you ask, new construction or pre existing? That is the question. We get this question every day from our clients wanting to know the pros and the cons of buying new construction versus a pre existing home. Hi, my name is Melessa Waterwall, and my partner Mundi Wortham and I have helped hundreds of buyers just like you answer this very question. You might be thinking this whole topic is a no brainer. The difference between buying pre existing and new construction is simply the age of the house in the neighborhood and the price. Wrong. There are actually a lot of differences, but a big difference between purchasing new versus pre existing is buyer incentives. When you buy a home from a builder, you typically get buyer incentives, and we love buyer incentives. These can be many different things, such as cash incentives to go toward closing costs, cash incentives to buy down the interest rate, even cash incentives to buy upgrades like appliances such as washer, dryer, fridge, blinds for the windows, fencing or gutters, ceiling fans, etc. As you can see, a buyer incentive can really be anything the builder wants it to be. When purchasing a home loan, the buyer can pay points to the lender to buy the interest rate down to a lower rate. 1 point is equal to 1% of the loan amount. For example, if my loan amount is $350,000 and I want to pay 2 points to get a lower interest rate, then it would cost an additional $7,000. What's the catch? You know the old saying, nothing's ever free, right? The only catch with getting buyer incentives is that to get them, you will have to use the builder's lender and most likely their title company also. There are many different reasons why the builder prefers a buyer to use their lender. They might have a relationship, they might have interest in the lending institution itself, and they might be given a special discount on points to buy down the interest rate. The builder's lenders rates are usually comparable to other lenders. However, their fees may be a little higher. It just depends on the lender. If the builder has an interest in the lender, the builder must disclose this to the buyer. And the buyer incentives are almost always worth switching to the builder's lender. I recently sold a new construction home to a client, and my client's initial max budget was $350,000. We spent 2 weeks looking for pre existing homes, but could not find one they liked in their price range. Either the home was in good condition, but in a poor neighborhood, or the home was in poor condition in a good neighborhood. We just couldn't find both. I finally talked them into looking at new construction. They initially didn't want to see new construction because they thought they would have to settle for a much smaller home with less square footage because, in their minds, new construction was just very expensive. Well, to their surprise, the builder was offering an interest rate of 4.99% plus $15,000 cash incentive plus washer, dryer, and fridge. And the builder would pay title as long as they used the builder's lender. My clients discovered with the lower interest rate, they could afford to spend more on their home and they were able to purchase a home bigger than they had ever dreamed. And it was still within their budget. Buyer incentives can help you afford more and even help you to qualify to buy a home. With interest rates going up, many buyers have found themselves priced out of the market because they just can't afford the monthly payment with the higher interest rate. Builders who offer lower interest rates can help those buyers qualify for a home, whereas pre existing homes they wouldn't qualify for because the payment would just be too high. How about we go visit a builder and see firsthand what this particular builder is offering as far as buyer incentives? Let's go.